So, in conclusion, what I would like to share before you watch the videos that I did on Joel in 2013 is I'd like to talk about what the Bible says about reaping what you sow. And I don't know if you've experienced what I did, but growing up, I was led to believe that reaping what I sow meant that no matter what, I'd be lost. No matter what, when Jesus came, my probation would be ended. There'd be like no hope, right? Um, that's not really what the Bible says. So, reaping what you sow, if you look at the parables of Jesus, and you read first in Matthew 13, it talks about really plants growing and what happens to those plants. And we have a plant in our life, in our heart, in our mind, and are we guarding that plant? How are we treating that plant? And there's things that we need to learn about doing that, and spiritually, there's things we need to learn. So that's really what it's talking about in the parables. So then, when you look at the insects in the book of Joel, they reap a work of destruction over many generations. And the Bible is pretty clear about that, not only in Joel but elsewhere. And it says in Joel 2:25, I will restore. That's what this is all about when we're studying this. God's intention is to restore to us healing and the things that were taken away by all the insects in our life that worked destruction. And many of us have had that. Okay? So in the Bible, this is talking about the fourth generation. So if you look at the Bible, and I'm going to be reading these texts, so I'm going to let you look at this for a minute, and then I'm going to be reading some of this or commenting on it. First off, in Genesis 15, verses 13 through 15, it talks about God's mercy to the Amorites. The Amorites were a group of people who had a lot of abuse to children, the elderly, human sacrifice, all kinds of things that went on. And he was saying to Abraham that he was going to, in mercy, not punish them for another 400 years. He was giving them 400 years of mercy. And then if you look at Exodus chapter 20, verses 5 through 6, in the middle or early on in the Ten Commandments, it's talking about his mercy, God's mercy, to the fourth and fifth generation of those who love him, who turn to him. So that's his intention. And then in Jonah 10, verse 11, it talks about his mercy to Nineveh. And that was why Jonah may have lost out in terms of mercy. I don't know, but he didn't get it. He didn't understand it, and God rebuked him for that. The Ninevites repented, and they received mercy and not destruction. So I'm going to read in Hebrews, and I think my iPhone might cut off before I'm done, but in Hebrews chapter 9, verse 28, it says, So Christ was once offered to bear the sins of many, and unto them that look for him shall he appear the second time without sin unto salvation. That's to us in our generation. We're looking for his coming. When he appears, he will appear and have healed sin and all the problems